All right, well, happy Friday to you. I am First Alert Meteorologist David Ernst here with a weather update. We're streaming this out through the WBAY suite of products. If you're watching us on Facebook, you can find me there as well, David Ernst WBAY Meteorologist, and I've got the feed pulled up here on a different computer, so if anyone has any questions, again, on the Facebook side of things, I'll try to keep up with the feed here and answer those as we go. A relatively quieter night, if you will, compared to last night and into the early morning hours of Friday, or even not even the early morning hours, as the sun was coming out, basically just the morning. We had some areas west of the Fox Valley picking up 4, 6, 8 inches of snow. I think I had or someone emailed me a report out of Green Lake County, over 7 inches there. For the most part, though, the reports that I've seen around the Fox Valley were in that, inch, 2 inches range, and I think we only had about 0.3 of an inch recorded at the airport in Green Bay. So this was not a major snowfall in far eastern Wisconsin, but certainly bigger as you got west of the Fox Valley and into central parts of the state. We do have some lingering snow across the region tonight, and there's going to be a rather persistent band of light snowfall that just kind of hangs out to the northeast of Green Bay. So there are winter weather advisories posted for Door County, Marinette County, Florence County in Wisconsin, and Menominee County, Michigan, as well as the rest of Upper Michigan, but we only cover Menominee County, at least as far as WBAY goes. We're looking at some of those areas receiving 2 to 5 inches of snowfall here from tonight through the day on Saturday. The advisory goes until noon, but we could see snow lingering thereafter. Elsewhere, less than an inch would be expected. In fact, most of us won't even see a fresh coating of snow. There are just going to be some lingering flakes here or there as we work our way through the night. So let's take a quick look here at First Alert ViperMax radar imagery and show you what's going on. So we do have a little narrow band of light snow here right through Pulaski and on down into Swamico, Howard, and kind of cuts off right through downtown Green Bay and then ends as you start getting over towards the Alloway Bellevue area. Another little narrow band coming off the bay here right through Kewaunee County. Looks like Algoma gets missed by that, but Kewaunee itself should be in that one, and you can see a little bit of a deeper shade of blue right here to the north of Sturgeon Bay, so somewhere in the Sister Bay, Ephraim area, over towards Jacksonport on the lake side of Door County, seeing some steadier snow, but that light snow persists all the way from Sturgeon Bay northward, through the rest of Door County and getting into to Washington Island. Some additional snow showers there in eastern Marinette County and Menominee County in Michigan, as mentioned, seeing quite a bit of activity right now too. So as we go through the rest of the night, I would expect kind of the going trend to continue in that we would see the bands farther south here, what we're seeing around Green Bay and Kewaunee. Those will tend to kind of just push their way off the shoreline, but we'll continue with that persistent band just to the northeast of Green Bay overnight tonight, and that's why we're expecting, again, those higher end totals there coming out of Door County, Marinette County, and Menominee County, Michigan in particular. So let's go ahead and go through the forecast here with First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. As we do so, I have not previewed this particular run, but earlier this evening it had a pretty good handle on how things were unfolding, and you'll note that band, again, just kind of sits right over Door County, Marinette, Menominee, Florence County, so right where the band is now, it just hovers in those areas. Winds could be a little on the blustery side at times tonight, but the overall trend will be for decreasing winds as we head into the morning hours there of Saturday. We'll continue with that snow right across, again, the same areas that are seeing it. Maybe it pulls a little farther north as we get into the afternoon, hence the reason why you would expect the advisory to expire at noon. Now, getting into Saturday night, we'll likely see that band start to work its way back to the south again, light, but nonetheless, there will be some snow showers that do push across. I guess this particular graphic cuts out at 11 p.m., so we'll pick it up here on on a different one and just show you through the rest of the night. So 11 o'clock right down through midnight, 1, 2 a.m. You see some of that light snow dropping right down through the Fox Valley, eastern Wisconsin. So there certainly could be some flakes flying into Sunday morning before everything wraps up, and that might bring a coating to an inch or so, maybe even on the higher end up to 2 inches of snow for some of us who aren't in that persistent band tonight. So there's still the additional potential there for some snow accumulation over the course of especially Saturday night and Sunday morning through eastern Wisconsin. The rest of the day Sunday looks like it should be a dry one, albeit relatively cloudy. And notice the winds there out of the north. 10 to 20 sustained, gusting 20 to 30. So Sunday is going to be a bit of a blustery day with those strong winds, and that does continue into Monday. That's also going to knock temperatures down. Let's take a look at current readings right now. We will see those high temperatures lower than they've been of late. Right now, anywhere from the mid-20s to around 30 degrees. Our highs will only be a few degrees warmer than this tomorrow. Let me find my temperature graphics in here, and we'll get you that high and low forecast. So lows tonight are going to be settling into the upper teens, lower and middle 20s. Still above average, but we are going to be trending those numbers closer to normal as we work our way through the rest of the weekend. Highs on Saturday, again, close to normal. But Sunday morning will be colder than Saturday morning, and Sunday afternoon colder than Saturday. A lot of us will be staying in the 20s, both on Sunday and on Monday. And even as we turn a little bit milder next week, it's just slightly above average for those temperatures Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Normal high is 31 degrees today. We typically add a degree every 2 to 4 days, depending on how things shake out. So the average will be going up through the week. By the end of the week, 32, 33 degrees. So again, pretty close to normal. Not a return to the abnormally warm weather that we did see just a few days ago. In fact, the last week leading up to today, the average high temperature was almost 50 degrees. I put actually a special graphic together for that Chris and I talked about. We like to call this time frame where you get these kind of mild temperatures here fake spring. So the week of the 13th through the 19th, so the week leading up to yesterday, the average high for Green Bay was 48.6 degrees for that time span. 27 degrees was the nighttime low for that week. Normal temperatures would be 29.1, so we were almost 20 degrees above that, and 13.7 is the average low, and we were about 13 degrees above that. So well above average, hence the reason I like to coin that as fake spring, because those temperatures won't last. We're colder right now, and the week before it was right on par with normal, 29.7 and 12.4 degrees, the high and low temperature for that entire week there. So that would be from the 6th through the 12th. Those were the average high temperatures. I do want to take a quick look at next week. The forecast does look a little bit active once again. So we'll take a wide view here of Tuesday. That was one change from the forecast for Tuesday compared to even how it was looking yesterday. Yesterday I would have told you late Tuesday and into Wednesday there'll be a system coming through, but now it looks like there's just a better chance of it being during the day Tuesday, and there's a pretty good agreement among computer guidance for that. So here we go. Monday should be mostly cloudy but dry. Tuesday morning, watching a little disturbance coming in from the west, light snow early on, steadier snow showers then would materialize during the afternoon and continue into the evening before everything wraps up at night. We're still a bit far away here to start getting into specifics for snow totals as there is some uncertainty surrounding that. But I will find my graphic here where we were talking about the potential for just an inch of snow, just seeing an inch or more of snowfall, and moderate to high chance across the area. So let me do some digging here, and I will find that graphic and pull it up so you can see there it is. You can see what computer guidance is spitting out. So the red would be the high chance, better than an 80% chance of getting at least an inch of snow, and that is our northern areas in Wisconsin and much of upper Michigan, Door County as well included in that. And a moderate chance around the Fox Valley, Green Bay, and much of, say, the northern half of Wisconsin. So the forecast is certainly not set in stone right now, but it would appear that we are headed at least for some minor accumulation there getting into your Tuesday. The rest of next week, that Wednesday, Thursday time frame, is a little unsettled, but still a bit uncertain as well. So I've got my American model, the GFS there on the right, European weather model on the left, and they both show the system developing, but dramatically different in terms of how they bring that in. So I just want to refresh things over here real quickly. So let me put this into play mode here, and you'll see the differences as they stack up. So you'll notice the European already by Wednesday afternoon has low pressure cutting across Iowa and bringing snow showers right into the area by Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. We continue with steadier snowfall through the evening, and then it wraps up by Thursday morning. The GFS, though, well, that is when it starts to bring the system in. So there's a good 12 hours, 18 hours of difference in the timing between these two models. And you'll note that the American GFS there much farther south with its area of low pressure, which would then lead to the snow being pulled much farther to the south. So can't say for sure, which one of these will win out. Typically, in the longer range, the European does perform a little bit better than the GFS, but that doesn't have to be the case all the time. So essentially, you just want to check back for updates over the weekend, early next week, and see how this system is trending, if we're following more of that southerly track for the GFS, or if things start to kind of align for that northerly track on the European model, and then we'll start to sort out the timing. And in my experience, a lot of times, if you see them, 12 to 18 hours apart, the Euro will end up speeding up a few hours. The GFS will slow down, the GFS would speed up and the Euro would slow down, and they kind of tend to meet in the middle. But we'll see how it times out. At this point, my forecast would call for some scattered snow showers developing during the day on Tuesday, as you just saw, and then looking at some point probably late Wednesday evening, getting into some steadier snow again, and then that would be wrapping up at some point during the day Thursday. But we will fine-tune those details over the weekend and early next week. And of course, as we get closer, we'll start getting you some snow totals out of that as well, if it still looks like we're going to see the snowfall. But if the storm system takes that more southerly track, we probably miss out on it. So with that being said, it looks like we're coming up on 9:15 here. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. We will have Action 2 news coming your way at 10 o'clock. A full rundown of the forecast, although not in as much detail as you may have seen here. And we will enjoy a nice colder weekend, if that's something that you do enjoy. We had very mild weather last weekend. That was when we kicked it off with those highs in the 40s and even some 50s. Not quite that mild this one. Saturday, near normal, low 30s. Upper 20s on Sunday, and probably staying in the middle 20s there on Monday. Aside from some early flakes on Sunday, we should be dry for those 2 days, Sunday and Monday, and then watching for that snow and mix on Tuesday, and yet to be seen how things will unfold on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll catch you here on Action 2 News coming up in about 45 minutes, and hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe if you're in any of those areas dealing with that wintry weather.